Go and give that guy a follow. What a legend! Alfie O'Neill's down there with a Goat Army profile picture. Guys, anyone with a Goat Army profile picture, make sure you're going and making friends with them. Alfie O'Neill, love it. 1.1k friends in the room. Let's go, let's grow this snake. How'd you get the timer? Press T. Alfie, I'm loving that. Love it. There's a new pattern for you. Katie, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the hand hearts. Thank you for all the follows, guys. Any tips, Morgan? Just keep practicing. Katie's going crazy with the hand hearts. Katie, thank you so much. 1.2k friends in the room. Let's go. Let's grow this.
This is a picture of a peach, but if you see a picture of an apple, the person who sent you this wants to say that you mean the world to them, and they are glad to have you in their life. You are amazing. This is a picture of a racist way the people of worked in the North Korean military. He was actually quite a high-ranking officer, but he North Korea and wanted to get out of there as soon as he possibly could. So he constructed a plan on how he was going to escape. He knew that the police would try and follow him, and probably even kill him, but he needed to take a gamble. So he got in a car and drove as fast as he possibly could, all the way down through the demilitarized zone. And if you don't already know, the demilitarized zone is not demilitarized, it's just a stupid name. Because the demilitarized zone is the most guarded place in the whole of North Korea, so pretty risky. Nevertheless, this guy wants to get out, and he is absolutely nailing it in his car down the road. And this zone is over 70 kilometers long. He's gassing it all the way down here with loads of army following behind him. Eventually, he could see the border of South Korea, which is where he would be safe. He got out of his car and started running towards the border. While running, he got shot 6 times, but just carried on. That's how much he wanted to escape. He made it to the border, but was in critical condition in hospital. After a while, he made it out alive. Racist way for people. This city built their own sun. This is absolutely crazy, and you will seriously not believe why and how they did this. So this town right here is Viganella in Italy. Here are 4 laws that you've broken without even realizing. Did you know it's actually illegal to download music? Yeah. So if you're downloading it on certain sites so you can listen to it when you're on a plane or don't have service, well, yeah, that's actually illegal. Who would have thought? Next up, singing Happy Birthday. Yeah, it's illegal. Well, at least it was until 2016 because it was copyrighted. Streaming TV shows online unless you're on a site like Netflix is actually highly illegal. If you found out to be doing it, you could get in serious trouble, but a lot of you probably have done it. Finally, carrying around a permanent marker. Like what? Yeah, if you're carrying around a permanent marker in town, you could land yourself in jail. Because the local towns and governments think you're going to do graffiti or something and you could get in big trouble. Which is ridiculous, but yeah, don't carry a marker. Here are some photos that are really, really going to annoy you. So if you don't want to be annoyed, you know, when you get out of the shower, you've thrown out your old clothes and you realise, I didn't get any new ones and I don't have a towel. Not good. Rookie error. Why are holes in socks the most annoying thing? Like, why? Why? Oh man, you have one job. You have just one job. 30% side on this, where every time. This man was terrorising children in a very strange way. You would seriously not believe this. But this guy here would go to the local play park all across Miami and climb on them. Strange for a grown man to be doing, but there's not really any harm. No, every day he goes to a different playground, climb on it and tell the kids where babies came from in a detailed description. The kids were shocked and terrified, so the geezer ended up in jail. What if I told you that the world as we knew it ended in 2012? And we are all dead or living in some kind of simulation? This will seriously blow your mind and drive you crazy. So if you're easily scared, then just keep on scrolling right now. Trust me, keep on scrolling. This will keep you up all night. Still here? Let's go. Right, so let's start off from the beginning, where in 2012 they discovered the particle known as Higgs boson. Now, Stephen Hawking famously said that when this particle is discovered, it can suck our entire universe into some kind of black hole, ending the world as we knew it and potentially all of life. However, if we did go into a black hole, we wouldn't actually realise because it would be so quick. Sounds weird, but stay with me. So we have the Mandela effect, which is the theory we've got into a parallel universe, or that we're in some kind of black hole, which is possible because of this. Now, examples of this are things such as most people remember Curious George having a tail, but he never did, and many, many other things. But this one here is pretty crazy. This painting, which was done, showed the Statue of Liberty on Ellis Island, where millions and millions of people swear it was and still is, but it's not. And other people say they haven't been able to visit the top of the torch of the Statue of Liberty for years and years. Like, that's pretty crazy. Now tell me this, since 2012, the world just hasn't seemed right, has it? Like, there's been really weird things happening, of course we've had COVID, all of that kind of stuff, and the world has just kind of seemed odd, I don't know why. But what if this particle did cause absolute chaos? Then we got sucked into some kind of black hole and are living in some kind of alternate universe? Or are we living in a simulation from this? Not long ago, the CIA published documents which pretty much confirmed simulation theory. Like, what? And then we have people such as Elon Musk who say it's pretty much impossible that we're not in a simulation. Like, what? It actually just blows my mind. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. What if I told you? What if you wake up during surgery and you can feel everything? This is terrifying and will scare the absolute life out of you, so just keep on. This is your last warning. Just keep on scrolling. Right, so there is something called amnesia awareness, which is basically when you get put to sleep in an operation, the anesthetic wears out, meaning that you kind of, in a way, craziest ways that people have escaped North Korea, part 1. This guy right here was an army lieutenant in North Korea. He knew everything about the military and all the secrets, but he wanted to get out. Most people wanting to escape would try and run through the demilitarized zone, but this name's just hypocritical, because it's actually the most guarded place in the whole of North Korea, swarming with guards and thousands of mines everywhere. And this army guy knew this, so he wanted to take a different approach. So he made a tiny little boat. It was so flimsy, it could literally sink at any moment. But he was still going for it. He was going to take this route of sea, which is over 500 kilometers long. So it'll take a bloody long time. And not to mention that the bit in North Korea is swarming with Navy, North Korean, who will just shoot you. They, of course, noticed this guy in his little boat and started following him. And they were so close to capturing him. He's an army lieutenant trying to escape, so if he got caught, his life would not be worth living. But somehow, after 5 days at sea, he made it to land. Safe in South Korea Sea, where the North Koreans obviously can't touch you. Got to safety, where he still is today. Craziest ways that people have escaped. Have we all changed into a parallel universe, or are we all dead? This is absolutely crazy and will seriously blow your mind, so if you're easily scared, just keep on scrolling. Alright, so of course this is the theory of the Mandela effect. Now if you don't know what that is, it's the theory that we've changed into a parallel universe over time. Now, a parallel universe is a universe the same as ours where things play out differently. For instance, in our universe you may walk across the road and be fine. In another parallel universe you might get hit by a car, and in another one something else might happen. And the theory is that there are infinite amounts of parallel universes where things are just constantly playing out differently, whatever. Now, is it possible maybe we all got sucked into some kind of black hole which teleported us almost to a different parallel universe? Well, here's the evidence. So there's lots of examples of the Mandela effect, such as things changing, where one person remembers one thing and another remembers another. It's really weird. For instance, your parents will know the Bernstein Bears, but they've actually always been called the Bernstein Bears. Go and ask your parents, they definitely weren't called the Bernstein Bears. You may remember Monopoly Man having a monocle, well, he never did. And there are so many more, I could go on forever talking about them. Now, the world has felt different for a long time, and maybe that's because we're in a parallel universe where things are playing out differently. Now, what about the other theory? Are we all dead in some kind of weird universe? Well, as I said before, the world has felt very different for a while now. So what if the world did actually end and we pretty much all died, but got sucked into some kind of parallel universe? These are the craziest prisons on Earth. Honestly, some of these are like a 5-star hotel, and some of them are literally hell on Earth. And yes, that's a prison. First up, we got Bastøy Prison in Norway. Yeah, that's the prison. We know this guy could have mass murdered millions of people, but look at him just absolutely chilling there. To be honest, I would not mind being locked up there. It's like a holiday place. Look at the rooms here. It's like staying in a villa in Spain or something. What? Now, next up, we got San Pedro Prison in Bolivia. Now, it may not be luxury, but it is very different than normal prisons. This prison is shops, bars, cafes, hairdressers, tattoos, everything you can imagine. And where it is so corrupt that it is actually run by the inmates because the guards do not care. Now, yes, it would be quite cool being in there, no rules, all of the stuff, but it's run by the inmates, and inmates are prisoners. They've probably done bad things. So if anyone tries to attack you or kill you, nothing's going to be done because it's the EGS centre you would go to at school. I mean, if you're a prisoner there, it's not even that bad. It's pretty unbelievable it exists. These are the craziest prisons. Here are some things that you thought were true but are actually fake. Right, so first of all, we've all been taught that water is a conductor of electricity. People always say, get out of the water or the sea or whatever you're in if it's raining and there's a storm, because, you know, they say you're going to get electrocuted. But actually, it's not true whatsoever. Now, water itself is actually an insulator of electricity, meaning if you're in it, it's going to absorb it. So you're not going to get electrocuted. Instead, the reason they say don't swim in it in a storm is because of the stuff in the water. The danger comes from all the minerals in the water which do have an electrical charge. Now, this doesn't mean you can go and throw your toaster in the bathtub, but yeah, you know. Next up, we've all been told Mount Everest is the tallest mountain on Earth, but actually that's not the case. Yeah, there's a mountain in Hawaii which is way taller. Mount Everest, 5,200 meters, this one, 10,000 meters. But the reason it's not known as the tallest mountain is because half of it is underwater. But still, I bet you didn't know that. Here are some things that you thought. Simpsons predicted 2020 and 2021. In 2013, The Simpsons broadcast an episode which showed Kobe Bryant, the basketball player, in a helicopter crash where he tragically died. Of course, only last year, he tragically did. Over 15 years ago, The Simpsons broadcast an episode showing some kind of virus which came from China and infected everywhere in the world, causing chaos and a pandemic. And of course, look at what happened last year and this year with COVID. In 2005, they broadcast an episode which showed police stations being burned down to the ground after protests. And of course, last year there was lots of protests with Black Lives Matter, and police stations were burned down. In 1999, The Simpsons broadcast an episode showing riots at Capitol Hill, and Trump was there. And of course, only in January this year, we had the horrific riots at Capitol Hill. The Simpsons also have some pretty terrifying theories for what's going to happen this year. Craziest tricks used by the Secret Service. Just you wait until I tell you about the beast. First up, the president will always have his food inspected. So whenever someone's cooking up his food, the Secret Service will be there watching over it to make sure nothing happens. They will not take their eyes off of it. Likewise, he is never alone. He will be escorted everywhere he goes. Even if he's going to the toilet, a Secret Service guard will be with him. Now, Secret Service also have some pretty crazy secrets to keep the president safe. For example, there are specific hand gestures the president or the guards can make if they see an issue. The different hand signals mean different things, so depending on what the problem is, they can get the president out of there without anyone even knowing why. Finally, this right here is the beast, and you will not believe this thing. Basically, the Beast is the president's secret armored car. It looks like a completely normal car, but it's far from it. You could shoot a rocket launcher at this car and it wouldn't break the door. They're as thick as aeroplane doors, and the glass is completely bulletproof as well. Inside, as you can imagine, it is complete luxury, and under the car there's a chain gun in case of emergencies. Craziest tricks you
Want to follow back? Just go over and follow my Instagram.
Here are some things that the Queen is not allowed to do. First of all, she's ever having a big meal or something, there are some special rules she has to follow, which just sound absolutely ridiculous. So she legally has to talk to the person on the right-hand side of her first, before later switching to talk to the person on the left. Why? The Queen is not allowed to touch or be touched by the average person who is known as a commoner. Even if you're like the richest person in the world, like Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk or something, you're still known as a commoner to her. What? So yeah, don't touch her and don't let her touch you. Next up, the Queen is not actually allowed to drive on public roads anyway. She shouldn't really even drive on her estate, but she does sometimes because she loves cars. But whenever she's out and about, she'll have someone in the Secret Service protecting her and driving her around, because, you know, she's at a lead. Here are some things that the Queen is not allowed to do. First of all, if she's ever having a big meal or something, there are some special rules she has to follow, which just sound absolutely ridiculous. So she legally has to talk to the person on the right-hand side of her first. If I told you that we are inside Area 51, now you're thinking, Matt, what the hell are you on about? Just hear me out, this is absolutely mental. Now, unless you want me to ruin the way you see the world, just keep on scrolling, trust me. Go on. Still there? Right, this is seriously going to mess you up. I just want to say this is all theories. I don't necessarily believe this. I'll let you guys make your own mind up. Right, so we all know there's something in Area 51. It's all heavily protected, blah, blah, blah. There's also simulation theory, which a lot of people believe. The theory that we're in a simulation. Now, what if Area 51 is actually the way out of this world and we're technically in it? Now, the reason it's a protected place on Earth is because they don't want us going there because they don't want us to escape. What if inside there is actually some kind of high-tech...
What? I'm gonna buy a 140k car, max it. Yeah. And that's like, I would say about 500. It's a waste of money in my opinion. How much is a 200k shark car? £3. Mr. Ray. Should I get a 200k shark card? Because then I'll have enough to get the Predator Mark 1 whenever I get unlock the trade price for it. Or I'll just be 300k away from getting the Predator Mark 2 trade price. But I don't want to get the trade price on that. Just get the normal Predator because you'll be like more skillful player. People will actually say it. The what? Like the Predator Mark 1? Yeah. It would actually be good to have an Predator Mark 2 in these here missions because I have to drive about and kill people. Plus, it's harder with one person. What Easter egg are you doing? Not doing any. Can you do bunker missions with me, Anne? After customize a car set, remember? Oh yeah. Can I use my body instead after everything? Just makes it a whole lot easier. Pistaluva. They call me Mr. Bombastic. I think Cock Isaac's still on my stream.
No way.
I had to end it though because I accidentally closed GTA and then I started it back up. You may have joined. Nah, I don't think he is. He's a really sick viewer. Like, he gave me a sub even though he's only watched one of my streams. Plus, that just got me till 10 subs. Brad Oak has like over 100 subs.
He probably gets people off his Instagram to follow group.
He probably doesn't, because he only has like 100. He only has like 16 followers on his Instagram.
What?
When he fucking about, he has like 3,000. Then he would probably have about 3k subs instead of just fucking, what, 100? Give me a second now.
Would this wee Lamborghini looking thing even be fast?
Do you think I'd know? Wait, maybe I should inventory ammo. Do you have any sticky
You
bombs?
talk to yourself too. This thing's actually fast.
What is it? Oh yeah, their car.
Call it like the Pegasus with vodka.
Oh yeah, I've seen that car. It looks nice. Especially when you max it out. Good for
Don't really
you.
know good cars.
Or that's one done.
Isn't it a nice wee look car too?
Yeah.
It's like one of them cars that you would really do yellow and black.
But yeah, sometimes I don't want to.
Yeah. In that way. They call you Mr. Bombastic. Right, 40 armor. That doesn't really change anything, but it didn't anyway. Street bricks.
Oh yes!
Into
And I didn't have to blow up all the trucks. Luckily. Or else I would have been driving all over the map. That just means I can do like some more of them missions. I'm going to do all my bunker missions till I can do the very last mission. Because that's the one I have to do and then I get the trade price. Thank you for doing them missions for me after I thought like you had to do them missions. That's why I like people like you, like being friends with you. Indeed. No, my kids are just gonna try to grief me. Cause the entire server can see me. Plus you can't even do any bunker missions, like in a invite only session.
What is up, Cradix? Welcome back to the series where I customize and review past DLC and OG vehicles I never got the chance to because
Are you watching a video to customize that?
I with this kind of style.
Why?
I don't know.
Apartment in that class.
I bought a customized and stuff.
This car is currently based.
All Antoine's cars are class.
Armor, bodywork. So the bodywork upgrade pretty much just adds a page. Going first person here, you can see it a little better. Yeah, I mean, and with that flames, it actually goes through the glass that separates the engine bay, like the firewall.
You won't even be able to do OEM upgrades because you can't do max upgrades.
Strange, you can definitely tell this is something from old gen. There really wasn't much so we're gonna skip out on that. Maybe if I would have changed the seats or something, I would have done it, but the seats are still the same, so. Alright, race brakes, engine, exhaust. So we only have one exhaust option. I'll give it right here so you can see a little better. And the stock exhaust really similar to the 12D in real life, and then you have this quad exhaust if you want to get rid of that look. Honestly, these exhaust tips are so tiny.
It's funny because Agent 14 is the one who does the bunker missions.
The quad exhaust are just
No.
way too small for my liking.
Fucking hell, Jim.
I don't really like the way it breaks up the length of the car. Maybe if it would have come up to the edge of the headlight, I think it would have been a little bit better. But the way it
Oh,
breaks
dude,
up,
one car just hit me whenever someone's shooting at me.
also the upgrades, I know. When it comes to
I swear to God. With this game, I actually want to fuck it. Expand it over and fuck it.
In terms of the license plate, still here, I'm going to go with the black plate.
The license plate doesn't matter.
Plate for us, which really doesn't make much sense since the Lamborghini slapped McLaren, but we're going to Lambo plate on there. Go back here to Lumber spoiler. Oh, there's two spoiler options, okay. So there's the normal spoiler. That's pretty nice. It bridges together the two sides, and that's nice. And then you have the carbon wing. I personally like the carbon wing in this car. I think it suits the
They call me Mr. They call me Mr. Oh, trusted.
Definitely way too high. So we're going to go with a competition, transmission, turbo.
Oh, I feel bad you can't get turbo or nothing.
So in terms of color for this car, the color I used to have this car in that I really like a lot, I'm going to put the same one on. I literally bought the Baca just for this video. I don't own one currently. I haven't owned it in a while.
Alright, then supply hang
I
down.
personally like the metallic orange with
Example simulators, like almost the hub of the simulation that we can be in. It would have been crazy to think about, but they don't want us going there for some reason. Who knows what could be there? If I told you that we are inside Area 51, now you're thinking, Matt, what the hell are you on about? Hear me out, this is absolutely mental. Now, unless you want me to ruin the way you see the world, just keep on scrolling. This right here is the deepest swimming pool in the world. But you will seriously not believe the reason why so many people are flocking here. Like, surely it's just a swimming pool. Well, no. Now, this right here is, of course, the new world's deepest swimming pool. It opened a couple of months ago in Dubai. Now, surely it's just a swimming pool and it's pretty deep. Like, what's the big deal about it? Well, it's actually pretty cool and there's a lot of stuff you can do in there. For example, down at the depths, there is one room which is a games room with like a football table and game machines. This is about 40 meters under the water. There's other areas where people can just swim through and there's pictures on the walls. And so much more. It's actually mental. There's also viewing platforms, no matter how deep it is, to where your family and friends who aren't in the water can go and watch. It looks really futuristic and really cool, but you definitely need to get this try. This right here is what is so scary about 3. These are the most bizarre but cool hotels. Obviously, some of these are so weird, and some of them are just awesome. So first up, we have the Aeroplane Hotel in Costa Rica. And this is actually so good. They make it look like there's a plane crash in the middle of the forest. There's just this big wreck of a plane there, and your room is literally inside of this plane. The rest of the hotel all fits around the theme of this plane crash. All the bars and everything is just pretty cool.
I just need to do 4 more bunker missions and then I can do that last
So this
mission.
right here is a crane hotel in the Netherlands. And although it's really, really weird, it's quite cool. So yeah, you literally stay inside the crane, which has beautiful sea view which you look at. And it's equipped with 4 bedrooms, dining rooms, lounges, everything you can imagine. This is why none of us would survive in medieval times. Now, of course, we're all living in the modern day where our biggest worry is who wins football and trying to get a TikTok dance right. But if you live back in medieval times, it would be very, very, very different. So for a start, the average lifestyle houses, they're not great. I mean, you're pretty much guaranteed to have bed bugs in your bed is just not going to be ideal. And of course, there's shortages and you're not going to get much food at all, so you're pretty much going to starve all the time. And all of us love our food, I bet, so I don't think we're going to last very long. Now, of course, one of the biggest foods, they don't have bloody medicine. Not good stuff anyway. If you get a bad disease, which nowadays should be treated by some paracetamol, they're probably going to head your leg off or you're going to die. Not good. I mean, the average life expectancy was around 20 to 30, so a lot of you would already be dead. Now, of course, punishments were really, really not ideal. You do one thing that's not even that bad. Nowadays, you might get cancelled or something. Back then, you would literally be tortured. Like, really badly tortured. Fancy that? Probably not. And of course, back in pretty much everyone would be made to fight. If you get called to fight, you're probably gonna die. This is why none of us would survive. These are the craziest prison escapes of all time. Honestly, you will seriously not believe how these people escaped from prison. It will just absolutely blow your mind. So back in the 1990s, a guy was put in prison after he robbed a shop with a weapon. But his wife, well, she was having none of this and wanted to get him out as quick as she could. So she did something pretty extreme to get him out. So first of all, she started taking helicopter lessons, and then went for a helicopter license and got it. Now bear in mind, this guy's already been in jail now for like 6 months, and his sentence is only like 3 years. So I mean, he might as well just do the sentence, it's a lot easier. But anyway, she had money and wanted to get him out. So she passes her test and goes and buys a bloody helicopter. Then she flies over to the prison and lands on the roof, where her husband climbs up into the helicopter, and they fly away down to France. What? But they were caught just a week later, and now both of them are in prison to this day. Definitely not. This is why you should never ignore phone calls, and you never really know who someone is. A 5-year-old girl named Marissa was returning home from school one day when she got a phone call from an unknown number. She declined it and told her mum, who told her not to worry about it. When she was back home though and doing some homework, the phone rang again, but this time she decided to pick it up. There was an old man on the other end. He said, "It's okay, Bunny, I'll come in and get you." Marissa was absolutely terrified and ran and told her mum. Somehow this man had found out where they lived and was coming for them. Her mum told her to pack her things and get into the red car, which she did. Whilst driving, she turned the radio on and heard breaking news on every single channel. The radio said, "The girl named Marissa who went missing 5 years ago has been found. We're on the lookout for a red car on the highway." Marissa was terrified, yet confused. She looked straight at her mum and said, "Who are you?" The woman looked back at her and said, "You can call me Mum." This is why you should never ignore phone calls, and you never really know who someone is. A 5-year-old girl named Marissa was returning home from school one day when she got a phone call from an unknown number. She declined it and told her mum, who told Here is some crazy stuff that is going on in the world right now. This is why you should never ignore phone calls, and you never really know who someone is. A 5-year-old girl named Marissa was returning home from school one day when she got a phone call from an unknown number.
And get on permission, I told you.
Not to worry about it. When she was back home though and doing some homework, the phone rang again, but this time she decided to pick it up. There was an old man on the other end. He said, "It's okay, Bunny, I can come in and get you." Marissa was absolutely terrified and ran and told her mum. Somehow this man had found out where they lived.
No, I'm not nearly done.
Her mum told her to pack her things and get into the
If you want me to get them done quick, then there's will help me.
Hear breaking news on every single channel. The radio said, "The girl named Marissa who went missing 5 years ago has been found. We're on the lookout for a red car on the highway." Marissa was terrified, yet confused. She looked straight at her mum and said, "Who are you?" The woman looked back at her and said, "You can call me Mummy." This is why you should never ignore phone calls, and you never really know who someone is. A 5-year-old girl named Marissa was returning home from school one day when she got a phone call from an unknown number. She declined it and told her mum, who told her not to worry about it. When she was back home though and doing some homework, the phone rang again, but this time she decided to pick it up. There was an old man on the other end. He said, "It's okay, Bunny, I can come in and get you." Marissa was absolutely terrified and ran and told her mum. Somehow this man had found out where they lived. Here is some crazy stuff that is going on in the world right now. If you're living in the US,
He annoys me. I used to scroll through his videos like it's honestly simple as this car build. And it's so nice looking. Stop, Mr. Rahim. I'm at the listeners. I could have bought a way better car, but really, would have wasted all my money. Stop, Mr. Rahim. Right, whilst you're doing that, I'm gonna do lemons, whatever. So I'll get this done way before you get yours done, probably. Oh, Mr. Rahim. Python. Some total photos. I saw a number best. Oh, turn that. The Mr. Lucky.
Package.
Done is done. She beat a bop up. Oh, copper. Oh, apenas una que te ahora vamos a lights on this time, patient on my door. Each time, take my home slot. Take my
Hey, it's your...
Tezos presents What's an NFT? Fantastic.
I've been searching for you my whole life.
Could be. NFTs are changing everything, and Tezos is changing NFTs.
Oh,
Online workouts with Les Mills, the world leaders in group fitness. Get unlimited access.
Mr. Yee. Mommy. Mr. Ryan. Anybody know? And I'm gonna get money. Oh, we cheeky swift. Oh, Mr. Can see them. What? Go to the store.
Retreat! Everyone, retreat! I got you! Asshole! I need you to cover me, asshole! Someone, please cover!
I know we got that up. No, all the services.
Retreat!
David, are you nearly done your thingies? Oh, you probably went.
Hey there. What can I help you with? Give me a call back with simple decisions. Don't freak you out so much.
Yeah, Mr. Becky. No, burger on crush burger for broke because I don't have funds. Down Mr. Becky. Oh, honey. So the first thing we do after we go down is go skip him. You want to come here, drift down like a drift forward. And on this shows the island can do this way. Oh shit. I mean, I should do that because bubble tea. Yo, Brano. Remember whenever you were doing this, we did it for, I'm not even gonna say the first try, because it kept restarting us. Like it wouldn't let us quickly stuff. Try guess. Doomsday Heist. We'll definitely be able to do it. I've got David Batter, but I haven't got him battered, but he's got really bad. He fucking lived Doomsday Heist with me. Because I was attacking him also. What? I know he was making me please down.
I'm here.
Setups to get Oppressor Mark 1 trade price. One's just so good.
Why is handshake? Oh, you're saying shake because we were able to do the haste without you. I'm only fucking you about. I'm only fucking him about.
I'm trying to join back. Trying to want to play fusions.
I know we've been waiting for you. I fucking won't.
Yeah,
Dora, I'm heading off.
Oh,
Because he's being a dick.
He lives.
Right, I won't go off. Oh, I said told Brano was fucking about with him. And he left. Fucking yeah.
Let's see, that's what. It's not really fucking about. Just pissing people off.
Nah, you saw what I did there. I was fucking about with him, and he just took a wee fucking huff. Didn't even do anything to him. Craig, we've been waiting for a couple of days to do this.
It's your fault he left.
It's my fault, then I'll just go off and you can tell him David went off so we can do the heist.
Don't go off.
We expect the unexpected. Okay.
Can you help me do these 3 bunker missions?
After I do.
Oh, hi there. I'm Sean Burke, 2009 winner of Ireland's Best Seamus.
Are you serious? You have to go in military base.
Who says this?
It's a part of the thing.
What thing?
Suleiman's movie props.
Wait, who the fuck's Suleiman?
If I break before these, cause I get military. Coulda.
Oh, I can do them. I might just do them with an Oppressor Mark 1. But seriously though, I didn't even say anything bad to him.
It pisses people off sometimes, that's what you say.
Aye, but he knows I'm fucking about with him.
He doesn't.
Trust me, he's known me since I was born. He's known me all 11 years of my life. He knows the way I get on. He knew I was fucking him about there. I'm going to try to get him to join back.
Say I was only...
I did. He responded to the message before I even fucking... What? He responded to the message before I even entered it? What the shit? Oh, I dodged a bullet and a house. I was about to say I dodged a bullet and a half there, but turns out I actually didn't dodge a bullet and a half there. He's actually way off.
Morse Mutual, how can I be of service?
Yeah. Oh wait!
I'll do my best.
Whenever I sold my big house, I actually sold my cars in the house. At least I kept my BMX though.
I doesn't do it. I kept my cars because I traded in.
I don't have enough like garage actually. No, I'm only messing. I think I did keep them. Yeah. Can you do these 2 bunker missions with me? Wait.
Yeah, but I told you that I've said too much saying, but no.
Sweet.
I need to do my stuff before I do yours.
Fair enough. Are you fucking serious? I'll just do these last 3 by myself, but will you at least like do the wee MOC mission?
I just do the bunker missions and get the MK, whatever the oppressor.
I know.
And then we're doing these setups, is that what we're doing?
Yeah, but the thing is, fuck, what was I gonna say? The thing is what? The thing is,
MOC.
I need to do an MOC mission to get the trade price, and I need 2 people to do the MOC mission.
Do you want to know how you can take part in your own movie stuff video? You
I
can
know
be
what
the main
you
character
mean.
and decide what your character does and says. So it's literally like having your own movie and you're the main character. If you do, make sure you stick around and press share copy link 3 times so I know you've seen this. Right, so first of all you're going to want to do is click the link in my bio and download the app at the top. Secrets to movie theatres do not want you to know about. Trust me, some of these will absolutely blow your mind because they are crazy. Right, let's get into the video. You probably think that the cleaners give every seat a nice old clean so it's nice and ready for you when you go in. Well, this isn't the case at all. They have a really short space of time between movie shows, so they literally just go over the floor with a mop a couple of times and that's it. The only time it gets properly clean is at night. Movie theatres barely make any money from ticket sales, which is the reason why they're pretty cheap. On the other hand, the food and drinks you buy there are extremely expensive. That's because they charge more for these because it's the only way they're going to actually make money. And when you're at the cinema picking your seats, this is actually the best place to go, because this is where the sound testers sit when they're testing. So if you go there, you're going to get the best experience. Secrets to this is the only way to survive if you get attacked by a lion. I really hope none of us are in this situation in our lives, but you never know. So first of all, the most important thing is stand your ground and stay calm. The worst thing you could possibly do is run off, because the lion is definitely going to outpace you and going to rip you to shreds. So stand your ground and don't move. Then you're going to want to stare the lion straight in the eye and maintain eye contact. Because the second you lose eye contact, that lion's going to think it's a chance to attack and you're going to be gone. Then what you're going to want to do is make yourself seem intimidating, but not over the top. Put your arms in the air and slowly, very, very slowly walk backwards, still maintaining eye contact with the lion. And what you're going to want to do is shout at the very top of your lungs at the lion. This will make you come across as big and intimidating and probably scare it off. This is the only way to survive if you get attacked.
School's back in session, I'm just trying to get a pass. I'm sitting right next to them.
Where you going? You're lost. Dollar Tree headset, so pretty. Freer than a public restroom. You're literally dumped back to 2020. I'm
gonna tell you exactly how you spend. Of course, this is for everybody that pre-ordered the Ultimate Edition, or that's planning on doing so. But before I tell you, you need to hit down the controls behind your case and let's get it.
Girl, like in class.
Photos that will confuse 99.9%. Honestly, some of these are just like, what the hell? Right, so first, what the hell is that cat doing? No, it looks exactly like the cat is just eating the wall, like it's got it in its mouth, fully. It's not actually the case. There's just a white cap which blends in with the cat's face, and the cat is just laying on top of it. Still looks pretty sus though. Next up, we got this bloke right here who's literally invisible.
What? Okay. No, I accidentally clicked. I was trying to end my broadcast class but accidentally left the party.